Hey folks, welcome back to Cabal TV. This is your chief Kabbalist coming to you with this week's hot take from an undisclosed location. And today I'm going to talk briefly about outdoor endurance activities, namely walking, rucking, and jogging or running. And I'm going to point out some of the benefits to both. As most of you probably know, after spending some time in the carnivore space, that cardio or endurance activity is not necessarily the best way to lose body fat and lose weight. Strength training and this diet will get you the weight loss and the fat loss that you need. However, there's a lot of other benefits to doing endurance activities, and especially if you're doing them outside in sunshine, fresh air, and getting a little bit closer to nature. A lot of psychological and physical benefits to doing so. Usually, folks that are new to this are going to start out with some good long outdoor walks, but as you get thinner, healthier, and fitter, you're going to have a desire to challenge that a little bit or do something a little bit more challenging. And one of the more popular next steps right now is what we call rucking, which is just basically a good power walk with some weight on you. And that can either be a weighted vest as little as 20 pounds, or you can move up to some of the rucks where it's a backpack that you put some heavier weight in. Most people find that to be a challenging transition up past walking. And there, again, you're outdoors, you're in the sunshine, you're in the fresh air, and it's a great way to clear your mind and get some great exercise in at the same time. Another alternative, of course, is jogging or running. And I would venture to say that the majority of you will shy away from that. And there's a reason for that. Running is hard. Now, a lot of rucking proponents will say it's just as good, just as effective, just as hard when you get the weight on. But I beg to differ with that slightly. And I'll give you a quick and easy challenge to that. And that is if you haven't been running, if you haven't done any kind of jogging in the last few months or any period of time, go outside and at whatever speed you want, nice and slow, see how far you can run without stopping. It's hard. It's hard, and you have to build up gradually. So that's why a lot of folks shy away from it. And I understand and I somewhat ascribe to the fact that something that you enjoy, you're more likely to do more often. And if it's pure misery, you're not going to do it as often. You're going to be more likely to skip it or avoid it. However, I think you should strongly consider including some jogging slash running into your program. Number one, it is very hard, it's very challenging. And number two, I believe it's a survival skill that we need in this day and age. Now, our hunter-gatherer ancestors might have been more likely to, walk great distances carrying weight, but we're more likely in this current environment, especially in an urban environment, to need to be able to have the skill to run. Okay, you need to be able to run at least short distances, both towards and away from danger. Towards danger, if it's pointed towards someone that you love or others that you might be able to help in a crisis, and away from danger if it's directed towards you. I strongly believe, especially after the career that I've had and the life I've lived at the ripe old age of 58, that this is a survival skill that is better to have and not need than to need and not have. So I strongly recommend that you consider doing some jogging, work your way up to 2 to 3 miles, try to do it a couple times a week, alternate it with rucking or walking if you want. And if you don't think that you physically can handle it, that you're broken or that you will break, I strongly encourage you to read both the Born to Run books by Christopher McDougall, and there's a link on both the No Brainer Carnivore website and on the Carnivore Cabal link in bio for those books. And you can discover how to run very naturally and how to do it without doing injuries to yourself. But consider it. Rucking is great. I do both. I'm leaning a little bit more towards the running right now because, again, I feel that it's a skill that we all need. Something to consider. Whatever you do, stay consistent and don't sweat the small stuff.